the Juventus arena has truly turned into the next graveyard for Pep Guardiola and Manchester City's pride. The moment Weston McKennie delivered the knockout blow to the citizens in the 75th minute also marked their third consecutive Champions League match without a win. Among those, 2 have ended in disastrous defeats, a shameful record for a team of their stature. Even more humiliating, City now find themselves languishing in the 22nd position on the overall standings, barely clinging to a 1-point gap above the elimination zone. How could this happen? A Manchester City once hailed as the money-fueled powerhouse, a team touted as one of the few capable of stopping Real Madrid's dominance in Europe, now facing the possibility of crashing out in the group stage. It sounds unthinkable, yet this grim reality is beginning to take shape, with each passing match adding to their downward spiral. So what calamity has befallen Pep Guardiola and his men in this high-stakes battle against the old lady, Juventus? Stay tuned as we unravel the story of yet another painful chapter in the dark days of the reigning champions of England. A king seemingly on the verge of losing his crown, marching into the Juventus arena with the burden of needing a victory to salvage their sinking form. Manchester City carried the massive weight of a king whose throne was beginning to tarnish. Despite an ongoing injury crisis, manager Pep Guardiola still managed to field his most crucial players for this pivotal 6th-round clash in the Champions League group stage. Goalkeeper Ederson Moraes returned to the starting lineup, while Phil Foden and Matej Kovacic were available on the bench. Facing a Juventus side known for their disciplined and traditional defensive style, City found it immensely challenging to impose their attacking rhythm. As a result, the majority of the first half was devoid of any clear-cut opportunities from either team, with the game locked in a tactical stalemate. What proved to be even more dangerous for Manchester City wasn't just their struggle to break through Turin's defensive wall, but also the lethal counter-attacking threat posed by Juventus. Under the guidance of Thiago Motta, a young yet tactically astute manager. Evidence of the tactical brilliance of former Inter Milan star Thiago Motta came just minutes after the break. Juventus shocked Manchester City with a game-changing aerial assault. In the 53rd minute, Kenan Yildiz delivered a pinpoint cross, allowing Dusan Vlahovic to rise above the defense and unleash a thunderous header. Ederson managed to get a hand to it, but goal line technology confirmed that the ball had crossed the line. The breakthrough had arrived for Juventus, coming from their 8th attempt of the match. City's focus on relentless attacking left them vulnerable to the lurking danger of Juventus counterattacks. Thiago Motta's men displayed remarkable patience, lying in wait for the right moment to strike. While Manchester City operated like a raging storm, Juventus remained calm and calculated, and eventually, that composure paid off. After conceding the goal, Manchester City threw everything forward, knowing full well the disaster that awaited them if they suffered another defeat. Pep Guardiola's side ramped up the intensity, but it wasn't until the 68th minute that they created a truly dangerous opportunity. Ilkay Gundogan curled a precise shot toward the top corner, but Juventus goalkeeper Michele Di Gregorio soared through the air to deny the equalizer. Di Gregorio was nothing short of heroic in this match. In the first half, he made an incredible reflex save in a one-on-one situation against Erling Haaland, keeping Juventus in the game. Manchester City pushed their formation dangerously high in search of a goal, but their inability to convert chances ultimately led them to fall victim to football's cruelest law. If you can't score, you will be punished. The clock at Juventus Arena struck the 75th minute and chaos unfolded. No defender marked Weston McKennie, allowing the American star to calmly receive a cross from his compatriot Timothy Weah. McKennie had all the time in the world to adjust before unleashing a sublime strike that left Ederson Moraes helpless. The goal felt like a death sentence for Manchester City. From that moment on, Pep Guardiola's side played as if they were carrying a boulder on their backs, their movements sluggish, their minds clouded, and their confidence shattered. The citizens failed to produce any meaningful chances in the dying minutes. Helpless, frustrated, and riddled with fear, the reigning champions of England had no choice but to accept a humiliating defeat on Italian soil. This marked City's third consecutive winless match in the Champions League, including 2 devastating losses, leaving them on the brink of elimination from the group stage. Guardiola's men sit precariously at 8 points and 22nd in the standings, with PSG and Stuttgart ranked 25th and 26th and 26th, both breathing down their necks with 7 points each. And in their next match, City must travel to Paris to face PSG in a high-stakes battle. Another loss could see the Etihad side tumble out of playoff contention entirely. To describe Manchester City's current situation as a crisis feels like an understatement. The reigning Premier League champions are utterly unrecognizable. It's Pep Guardiola, who once declared that City would be his final club in his managerial career, now faces questions about how this love affair with the blue side of Manchester will end. Will it reach its natural conclusion, or will it collapse prematurely under the weight of shattered dreams? From King of England to a team on the brink of collapse, Pep Guardiola and his men now face the ultimate test of character. Will they rise from the ashes and reclaim their place among Europe's elite, or will this season mark the beginning of the end for City's golden era? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. Every match from here on out will be a battle for survival. If you enjoyed this analysis and want to stay updated with all the latest drama, tactics, and stories from the world of football, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Let us know in the comments. Can Manchester City turn things around, or is this the end of Pep's dynasty?